Well, there I go, telling the thing. Out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. With every ounce of energy you try to give away, as the sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. Later in the evening, as you lie awake in bed, with the echoes from the amplifiers messing with your head, you smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what she said.
Two were Ferguson's.
So this one right here, what's this? That's
It's a case.
Case 19. He said.
I'm not sure of the year. I'm pretty sure he said late 40s.
Oh, okay. And then can you tell me about the other ones again? I'm sorry.
They're all in around the same age.
So this is
That's in around late, like 50s.
Okay. So that's Alright, so you want to take the gas tank out. The next step will be to lift the tank up or bring it over so it pulls out. Not sure how. Okay, so you like disconnect this. That and down like that. Alright, that's tanks it. Shit, so we have a tank out. It's right there. Next thing is I gotta check the sending unit and look inside here to see if there's anything bad with it. Looks like it's decent, the seal's in, this is in. Okay, so that's all together. Just needs the tank checked out. I'm gonna check the sending unit. This is what your tank looks like out of a 68 van. This is the sending unit, and that's what we're gonna test on this thing. Okay, so next I'm gonna test the sending unit. So to test it, you set your ohm meter to ohms. You put 1 on negative, so that's the negative. 1 on positive, and let's see here. Okay, I've got this. It's not showing anything, so I'm gonna take the sending unit out and repair it. Remove the sending unit, just use an 8mm socket. sending unit looks like this. That's the sending unit. And it looks like it might be rusty on the inside. So I'm going to try to repair it. First thing you do is you take the screw off. Some use a needle nose pliers to take it off. Like so. Okay, that takes that off. It's even magnetic, that's not cool. Okay, then this cap thing's supposed to twist off, I think. Okay, so you just twist it to the left and it comes off. And you're left with these two pieces. So here's the sender, which is very fragile. You can see it better there. And here's the tube that covers it. Alright, so supposedly they corrode on the end here. The bottle seems to be working. For restoring is I'm just going to use some emery cloth and go across this shaft here because it's kind of stuck. I'm just going to this, take the emery cloth. Be careful not to touch the lowering wires. Ooh, fuck. Now it's fucked. Okay, so the first part of restoring was using the emery cloth on it. So I did that. Now it moves nicely again, before it was seized. Okay, next it needs the contacts cleaned up. So like right here. Right here. I'm going to sand this and sand that one down, and then I'm going to clean the inside of this with like a little pick. So I'm going to do that. I'm probably not going to video that. I'm going to do that by hand. It's going to take a little while, so. Alright, so here's the fuel sending unit. And here's the thingy that tells you where your fuel is at, right? Okay, so I just I took a screwdriver and I scraped this. scrape this crap clean. Right, just to get it so it doesn't corrode anymore. So we can test it. Alright, so the way to test it is we put this on ohms, like that. Okay. You want to zero out the ohm meter first, so you touch the two ends together. Like that. So it's got 0. Then you pull this thing out, pop it like, I'm guessing like this might do it. Yeah. Alright, so to test it, I turn the ohm meter on, right, then I zeroed it out, like that, so touch these two together, like this, and zeroes it out. And the next step is to test this gauge thing. So, I'm going to put one on the ground, so that's the ground, and the plus is right here. It should show 90 ohms. That shows nothing. Alright, try the other side. Here's the plus. Nothing. So, obviously, sanding it off didn't fix the connections. And the one guy suggested that you maybe drill a hole into it right here. Put a screw in there. Oh wait, I think the hole was like right here. And put a screw into that side. And then run a wire from here to that hole and solder it on to try to fix it. But in my opinion, that might work. Who knows? I haven't tried that. But I just tested this thing, and it's not showing any readings, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna put it back together. Gonna try. Alright, so cut this, and zeroes it out, so it shows nothing. Now we're trying on the negative, just if any of these side posts is a negative, and the positive is in there. Nothing. Flip the thing over. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, so as far as I'm concerned, this 50, let's see here, yeah, 50-year-old fuel sending unit, even though it has like no miles on it, is worn out. So I bought a new sending unit, and because the other one was junk. And it comes with this pin here, which is underneath this piece of tape. So rip the piece of tape off and throw that back in the box. Put this in here. So this was like this, right? This pin has to come out. So you take the pin out. Make sure it doesn't go into the tank or you're screwed. Make sure none of these screws go in the tank or you're fucked. So take that tape off and take the pin out of there. Then you'll see that the thing will, then it moves. It holds the center in place. Okay, once it's moved in place, then you want to put this seal back on. So I use the original seal because it's better. and it's got a little hole here for air. So you want to line that up with these two holes in this thing, and put it into the tank like this. Like that. With these beautiful screws and whatever else, but in my opinion that shit's probably wrong. I don't know, maybe it's right, but definitely doesn't match this, so it's not the same. It's junk. Maybe useful for something else, maybe a different car. Alright, and this okay, so then you want to put the wires back on it, because you don't want to forget those. Here's the positive. Goes right there. And the negative, you put the screw through the negative, and it winds up right here. Now you might have to use a screwdriver to line up these holes, or some sort of pokey thing, you know, like just to line that thing up a bit. Put the original screws back in it, put the original seal back in it. It's been working for the last 50 years. Why wouldn't it keep working? Put the original screws in it, like that. Just kind of sort of line them up. And start it off by hand. Don't force them. Put them in like this. Then it's the wrench is a 5/16. It's the original size. Should include 5/16 bolts with it. Don't, unfortunately. Why? Should. Makes sense. And this last one is stubborn, so I'm going to save you some agonization, pain, watching you try to figure it out. Alright, so I just realized I put it in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be like this, I think. Was it here maybe? I think that's right. It's supposed to be a video one. I don't have any markings or anything on it. I don't know. I hope so. I hope it works. Otherwise, you'll be seeing me doing this again. Hopefully this time fits. Didn't fit that time. So reoriented it to the correct position that it was originally on. Put the original wires back in. I think this wire was here. Gotta look. Make sure. It was right. This wire doesn't go here. Definitely goes here. Don't like screw that up. Won't fit. I got this thing in that. Okay, so let's see here. 5/16? Yeah, 5/16 wrench. So the other cylinder that was in here was an NOS one. Apparently NOS 50. It's too bad. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Okay, so you gotta tighten them. So once you got them stored down, like don't go all the way tight. You put them down but loose, you know. So like hand loose, so the wrench is kind of tight. Okay, then you get to this point where you're gonna tighten it. And you want to tighten them in a star pattern, so like that. So give it like a quarter turn. Then this one, you see the wrench right here. So I'm giving it like half-inch turn. Put the same amount on each one. you really want to be picky, they can use a torque wrench on it. I might actually do that. Alright, so I've got the torque wrench out, and the torque on it, I've got it set to 25 right there. Alright, so I'm going to go to the top bolt, thing on like this. And then okay, so I'm going with 15 foot-pounds on mine. Okay, so we got the torque wrench here set to 15 foot-pounds. So they're all even. So let's see here. Oh, maybe that's too much. Okay, going with 10 maybe. Nope, definitely not 10. So this is 0, that's 2 foot-pounds. Maybe something wrong with my torque wrench. No, nothing wrong with the torque wrench. Okay, 5 foot-pounds. 5 foot-pounds. Okay, I'm going to torque all to 5 foot-pounds. Go in a star pattern. 5. Try 10 foot-pounds. Yeah, 10. Yeah. Okay, that one's on. That's fucking on there. It's torque down to 8 foot-pounds. I like 10, but the torque wrench, yeah, it must be off by a foot-pound or something. Kind of wanted 10 foot-pounds. That's what I really wanted. Foot-pounds. Now they're all at 10 foot-pounds. No, it's the last one that was at 10 foot-pounds. Now that the center unit's back in, time to put this wonderful tank back into the car. What a lot of fun. Of course I don't look busy. Look busy. I did it right the first time. It definitely goes for a sending unit. Make sure you do this the right way the first time. Otherwise, you gotta take it all out of the car again and put it back in. Yay. Alright. So we're hoping we got it right, and this works, and this unit works. It's supposed to be video. And, well, yeah. Here's the ground, there's positive. We're going to put this inside the tank, put this whole thing back in, and that should be the gas gauge repaired. Alright, so the next step is to put the gas tank right in. You can see the big space in the back there. Yeah, that's where the gas tank used to be. Alright, I guess I am going to install the gas tank. So you see that seal in the back there on the right? Yeah, make sure that thing's in there. If you don't have one, buy one. And I'm probably going to glue that in before I put the gas tank in. Otherwise, it looks alright. Okay. Alright, next you need to put the gas tank in. Okay, so to put the gas tank in, you put the seal in place, which is down there. Okay, next you take your wonderful gas tank, and put it like that. Make sure the wires are on there before you do wires there. Yeah, make sure those are facing towards you before you go ahead and try to put it together. Otherwise, you're going to be shit out of luck. Oh, great. Alright, so once the gas tank's like sort of in the right spot, move your ass in here. Okay, so there's like a little seal. Okay, so you can see the outlet right there. Okay, so you got to make sure that the seal that goes like inside this groove thing doesn't go into the outlet thing. You see what I mean? See that? The seal's like kind of out. I'm going to put my hand in there and just push it over. now the seal things down here. Yeah. Okay. Then I want to line up over here. You can see that there's the hose is disconnected. So make sure you got the hose clamp on there before you put the tank in. It's kind of a pain in the ass to put it on. Then I just want to move the tank into the right spot. Okay, you just want to move the tank into the right spot to get the hose clamp in. Alright, so let's see. Hose clamp. That's right. Yeah, that's it. I gotta check to make sure the seal's still good. So put this thing underneath here. Hand underneath here. Check to make sure the seal's okay. Yeah, the seal's good. And it looks like it's sort of lined up. Next thing is this I think this is next. Put this hose back in. Put this thing back into that thing. Okay, then over here you can see it has like a hose too. So you want to put this into that hose. And that's your air return on your gas tank. Or your vent. You still want that in there. All the way in like that, smooth. On this side, make sure it's all the way on there. Okay. Then you want to put this bracket like that, so it's underneath the. You see the hook there? Under the hook. Make sure these pads are on. If you don't have any, grab a couple of rags and make one. Put them on. Okay, then the next step, take this screw and hook it into so the tank's sort of in the right spot. This is where you're like hoping that this thing goes in properly. Fuck with it. see there's like, the hole is like over here somewhere. I can barely freaking see it. There it is. Okay. She's in. Okay. Then you look up here to make sure your hose is still on. Yeah, it's still on. Okay, good. Take the screw and put your hand underneath here. And find this bolt and put it on by hand. Just like glue. There you go. Okay, then you want to do the other side, which is exactly the same thing. Take that. Yeah, this one you got to make sure this this thing's caught on that hook thing on top there. Screw on with it. Just take this. See, screw. Okay. And I got the screw, and it's through the hole, so now I'm just going to put the screw on like that. Okay. Next step. I hope there wasn't washers on there. Fuck. No, I don't think so. Nah, I'm pretty good. Alright. Next step is, okay, before you tighten it down, you're just going to go over here. You're going to look at this thing, just to make sure it's still, like the tank nozzle still on there. And this is like the spot where it normally falls off. Okay, so that is on. Then you want to go underneath here, make sure that the tank's sitting in the right direction. So this thing's supposed to be like that. Yeah. Make sure the seal's still in here. Yeah, it's still inside the tank area. Alright. Then you want to I think then you want to tighten this hose clamp down. Or do you tighten this first? I took that off first, so I would assume that you tighten these first. And you bolt it down first, and then you tighten the hose clamp. Yeah, I think that's what I did last time. I tightened the bolts down. And tighten the bolts down. 1mm on there. Tighten it up. Okay, then you need this wrench, ratcheting wrench. I guess if this gas tank was like a Star Trek thing, it'd probably be like a fuel plasma coil generator, the intergalactic generator or something, or, you know. Okay, that's in there, nice and tight. Yeah, if you look on this side here, you can see that the line's still on there. All right, we're good. So I'm going to put this other side on. So you just want your socket wrench and your socket. Where it went. I think it went through a loop for me. There you go. Nope, wrong one. Oh, that's so much. That's the way to go. That's the tightening up. You gotta watch up here to make sure this thing, like this bracket thing stays in the right spot. Okay, then the gas tank's in. She's excited in putting the gas tank in. Congratulations. You just got to put this clamp on right here and tighten it down using a screwdriver or an extension with a drill would be probably the best way. All right. Alright, well anyways, you put the screwdriver here and you put it around there. So, I don't know how I'm going to film that. But I want to. Remember, you only get one chance of this to do it right. It's gotta be freaking tight. Or it will smell like gas. Horribly bad. Okay, it's on there. Okay, so the tank then. The next thing is the wiring. Start right here. You put this wire on. And so this time, you can see that this has got some paint and shit in it. So I'm going to clean that off first. From when I painted it. Okay, then I'm going to look at this thing for a second and make sure it's okay. So it's got paint on it too, so I'm going to sand that piece off. And this side, and I'm sanding this side. The wire that's in between here looks like it's got paint on it. Okay, so now I'm just going to put the screw back in. Make sure it's freaking sanded enough. Yeah, good freaking ground. So I'll have to take the firewall off again in order to get the screw back in there. Okay. Okay, so the gas gauge ground is on. That's the ground. Oh, right there. Here's the positive. And the positive hooks up to this thing right here. This is a brown wire. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So you go like this. And you hook it up here. Like so. You push the two wires together. I mean, so it's got to go like that. Now some people hook it up beforehand, before putting the firewall back in. I just like it like to be loose before I put the firewall in. And then I'm going to put the firewall on. And then I'll hook this thing up. So check out your firewall thing. Make sure the seal's still in here. And make sure this is still okay. That's okay. These are important. The seal's still on the bottom here. And at that point you're going to put it in front of you. Like that. And get your butt in there and shove it in place. Okay, so now I got like this other problem. So this top part's got to line up now. So you want to like, and you got to make sure that wire stays like right there at the same time. If you can see the wire. Get the wire, hold the wire down. And then I'm like, this top part right here. Can you go up? Alright, I think I can. Okay. See, I got the little square things in the right spot. That's in. I just want to make sure there's wires down here. Make sure this engine seal's in right. And that should be just like a matter of pushing it in place. That's kind of like a, oh, maybe not. Maybe this, yeah, it looks like the seal on the bottom here has got to be pushed up and in. Foam seal on the bottom is going to be pushed in. Okay. Next step is to line up the holes. So you're going to need a pokey thing. Like this. To figure out if they're lined up or not. Sharp tiny screwdriver, just like put into all the holes to line thing up. Let's move it up and down, left, right. I'm gonna like line the board up. And maybe like, there's one underneath here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. Just run the screwdriver against the, okay, just keep going here. And then here's a way to cheat. You can like see the hole. So I guess the screwdriver goes like right there. Okay. And there's one right. The next step is to put the screws in the side here. Alright, so the next step is to put the screws in here. I'm working on that. There's one screw. Two. turn this down to 5, so doesn't burn it out or anything. Next screw. Apparently there's a washer on this one. There you go. That one, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Let's see here. And I just forgot this one up here. And I'm gonna save you the agony of watching me putting these in. I'm just gonna put those in. I think this one you're just gonna like tackle kind of like underneath, so like that. Okay, that one's in. Okay, and the next one. I think this one was like in the corner or something. Yeah, it looks like it. There's one like way in the back there. That's that would be fun. There. Inside the, you can't even tell. Inside here. There, see? That was a difficult one to get in. It's a magnetic thing. Magnetic. Oops. Fuck. Damn it. Screws are on fucking side. Fucking stuck them all, except for this one. I took this thing out. And I'm gonna put that one on. Then I got like this. Got these ones on. Those on. That on. And then there's 2 down here. 3 down here, I think. I gotta put those in. Just kind of gotta reach underneath and then put them in. Okay. So now I'm gonna bolt this bolster regulator back on. It just goes like this. And there's 2 screws, one at the top, one at the bottom. They go. So we've got that in. See the bolt on the bottom and on the top. This is all in. Okay, next step is to oh yeah, I think I gotta put the motor back in. Oh no, wait, I forgot this thing. So This is the next step. The next step to put the gas tank together is you got to put this hose back in. So in order to put the hose back in, you want to make sure it doesn't leak, right? Obviously. So now I'm going to put some plumber's tape on here. Doesn't have any right now, so I'm going to go get some. And then I'm going to screw this thing back on. Oh wait, maybe it does. Yeah, it does have some. Maybe put this thing on. Okay, so be careful not to strip it. Alright, so the next part is to put this thing on. So you kind of turn it backwards and then you put it in place and hook it on like this. You just turn it on by hand till you get to the top. So the line goes here and here and then to the side here, and this is right here. So a great place to put a fuel filter is like underneath here, because then the fuel goes down here if it leaks or whatever. Okay, the next step would be to get a plumber's wrench and okay, and that's that. Make sure it's on there right. So loose and tighten it to the right size. Now tighten it pretty much to the end. Now it's like hand tight. So you want to go a little bit further than just tight. Like half a turn. And that's it. Not too tight or it'll break. This thing is to hook up this thing. So it's got a connector inside here. Make sure the connector is clean first, and then hook it onto here. So I've already cleaned mine, and I'm going to hook it up in a second here. That's hooked up, then the gas gauge is finally hooked up. Alright, the next step will be putting the motor in. I think you've seen me put the motor in a bunch of times. So yeah, let's get on this. Let's put the motor in. Here, you might as well scrape the battery terminal. Sorry, the starter terminal. So it's nice and clean again. Make sure this wire is nice and tight on there. So this one isn't. So I'm going to tighten it up a bit and then put it back on.
So according to the radio, a third of all women will not go on a guy for a second date if you're talking about your political views, unless it's Justin Trudeau. And well, he's pretty. The girls say he's pretty hot anyway, so I guess that wouldn't work out. All right. You have a good day.
So you can see the motor's back in, and now let's go try the gas gauge. I drove his bus to the gas station and put a couple of bucks gas in it. So let's check it out. Okay, here goes. And turning the key. Okay, and yeah, that's about right. About a quarter tank is what we got in there. So yeah, the gas gauge works. Alright, well thanks for watching this video. There's a couple shows coming up soon. There's June Jitterbug, and there's a swap meet, and there's also Buses of the Corn.
I hope to see you at one of those events. If not, I mean, I'll probably be down at the Tim Hortons down here. Alright, see you. Bye. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it helped you in some way. And please proceed at your own risk in the video. Also, if you like this video and it helped you, could you please subscribe below? And also, if you need a headliner, you can email me. Or if you're looking for some parts, I might have those too for a 68 to 71 van. Alright, thanks, bye. Well, good afternoon, the Serb, and I just came back from Bus Fusion. Unfortunately, my van didn't make it because it started to stall out and stuff halfway there. So I came to the conclusion that the problem is that this ground strap has seen better days. It's all worn out and shot. So I bought this one. If you can see it, it's exactly the same as the original, and I'm selling these if you want to buy one. They're 30 bucks. It's not like it's exactly the same as the original one. Alright, so that's what we need, and to replace it, all you gotta do is unbolt the 13mm bolt right here, and then put this piece on, put the 13mm bolt in it, or 14, depending upon which model you have, and bolt this back down onto the negative terminal on the battery. Alright, well, have a great day. Thanks for watching my video. It was short and sweet, and I hope that it's helped you in some way. If it did, go ahead with it and proceed with caution to do this repair, and peace. And enjoy this beautiful week. And June Jitterbugs coming up this week, so I mean, if you got a chance, I hope that you can make it down to Niagara Falls, and I'll see you there if you go. Bye. Alright, so there's a little bolt right here. You want to take your 13mm wrench, put it on the bolt, get it on there yet, and then pull it towards you. And that's it, it's out. Okay, so the old one's out. You have to disconnect this by unbolting this thing and then pulling it off. Alright, so then you want the new one. And the new one in a downward position like this. Screw in. Take this, and it should fit right onto the starter. Sorry, right into the battery, like that. And that's it. And then you've got to tighten this one down. So I'm going to use this wrench, tighten her down. And that's it. It's like, it's on there, it's nice and tight.
the next thing you want to do is okay, then you check this out, make sure this is on. Okay, you want to tighten this down. So to tighten that, you need a wrench. Tighten the right side onto there with a 13mm wrench, and then you're completed. Thanks for watching this video. If you need more information, just keep checking out my videos. You can always ask me. I'm available on YouTube, and if you like the video, please subscribe below. I've been doing Volkswagen repairs and building Volkswagens since the 90s, so for quite some time now, over 20 years. Peace, have a good day, and I'll see you hopefully at the June Jitterbug. Bye.